I travelled all the way from Jakarta.
From the TFT North America office.
Ivory Coast.
I come from the Swiss office.
I'm from the Malaysia office.
I just say yes.
We have 33 people from all over the world.
Upstream people, downstream people. How do you get them in a room together to be bigger than just individuals in individual offices?
Well, the Palm Oil Lab is a way to bring all the teams working around the world on palm oil together in one place.
So this is Renzo, everybody. He's originally from Miami.
I've been on the Wilmar project doing conflict resolution.
What we're facing is complex. So when you have a metaphor to go back to, it helps clarify things for everyone.
Really, we were at the very start of that Hannibal's journey. You know, overwhelming, not knowing, is it possible, doubt in our minds, are we ever going to get there?
We've really gained traction. I mean, the growth has been phenomenal. The progress we made has been phenomenal.
Got to a point where we've got more leverage than I would have dreamed, actually. People can go to any group they like.
We've been talking a lot about ART at the meeting, and ART stands for Aggregator Refiner Transformation Plan.
We have this whole collection of brands that are coming on board from, Europe and America. And here on the ground, we have all the producers that are coming on board as well. So we're starting to get we're getting an overlap in a lot of the activity.
It's the plan for how you're going to get a group of mills underneath a refinery that are supplying a refinery to work through the challenges to reaching policy compliance.
We now have all the momentum and the companies behind us to do this. So this week was really sharing that message, introducing it as a concept for the first time.
Yeah, one of the key things we discussed during the week was prioritization.
Impact-oriented or driven growth.
We also had a session about knowledge management. 80% of it is building a strong community, and 20% is having the right tools.
A little bit of a formula to knowledge management.
The most important topic which we had is CES actually, Everything was new actually, and it was a great learning.
Exploring each area by each area, but they're taking that landscape view.
Rather than sitting down in a room with a projector, we'll go out into the garden, pick roles and responsibilities, and literally act it out.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen.
She is absolutely distraught. She can't go home. She doesn't have the money to go home.
We have some role play to describe some really important issues.
Participatory mapping, conflict resolution, child labour, occupational safety and health, and ethics.
We sat down and we spent a significant portion of a day just discussing what was not good.
What do you think is not going so well? What might you see that we're doing is not so good?
We heard a lot of things like frustration, isolation.
We find ways of releasing that tension in a constructive way.
The way of organizing, like working in small groups, was also very important. You need to create different settings.
The venue was critical to the way that people opened up and shared. We were really embedded in nature. Beautiful ponds surrounding us, and I guess it was really a perfect setting for TFT people.
People were grouping in side meetings on topics like oleochemicals, traceability, regional meetings.
On the first 2 days, I got my laptop up to 12 a.m. But it was great.
Objective 1 by December 2015.
It was busy right until people fell asleep.
So in the last day, we came back to the city.
That brings us back to reality, I guess. Yeah.
It was a really good move because for me, the labs have to be putting things back in the real context.
I think this week was very positive because people were very assertive. Everyone talked, everyone engaged, and that made all the difference.
This has really enhanced my knowledge and experience.
I think what I'm taking out of the Palm Oil Lab is the incredible group of people that we're working with, that we're now aligning on strategically, that we're systematizing in terms of our processes. So I feel very, very empowered, far better connected, much more aligned, I'm just very, very excited.
We thought of a lot of great things to do, and so now we have to figure out how do we go do them.
So for me, it was very critical in the lab setting to realize and agree on steps.
Put down actions on paper about how we can use what we've learned and discuss moving forward.
No, but let's choose a date by which we can do it, not a date which will fail.
There'll be a written summary on the lab, including the action items moving forward.
Changing the polymer industry, it's a huge undertaking, and the only way we're going to have a positive influence and really try to change things is to be close together and understand what we're all facing.
What you want, the opportunities are, and if you find a new